Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the world's most okay holsters from We the People Holsters. Now, before we get into that, if you want to help the channel out, you can, of course, like, share, and subscribe, as all that sort of stuff is free and does help me out quite a bit. Also, go ahead and comment literally anything down below. There's also Subscribestar, which is a pro to a Patreon, and there's my website, which theoretically could have something in stock. Let's get into full disclosure on We the People holsters. Now, I don't want to say most. There is definitely some very aggressive marketing going on from We the People holsters with affiliate links and whatnot. In full disclosure, they sent me this holster, which I completely demolished with a Dremel to fit this optics cut. And then I bought these two holsters here with my own money. So they did send me one holster, and then with my own money I went ahead and bought two more. Now, I've had a hodgepodge of affiliate links in the description down below, basically all of my videos, and I believe I've had the We the People holsters discount code down there as well. I do not push affiliate links whatsoever. In full disclosure, I always tell you exactly what I'm making from each one. I believe for We the People holsters it's 10%, and on my website I have every single affiliate that I've worked with and exactly what I make from each one. And if you're interested in the actual dollar amount, I believe for We the People holsters, it's $0. I believe that's what I'm at currently for We the People holsters, because I don't push affiliate links. I don't care. That's not how I like to make my money. That's companies like to see that so they can see how much stuff to send you, basically. But again, I don't push affiliate links whatsoever. I don't care if you use my discount code. I don't care whose affiliate link you use. Just support your favorite YouTuber in whatever way that you want. Now, with all of that out of the way, I have been using these for a very long time. And you guys have seen them a ton on the channel without realizing it probably. I'm almost always carrying either this Glock 17 Gen 3, sometimes with a muzzle brake on it, though I'm using a Safariland holster that is not compatible with the muzzle brake, which is a big downer on the Safariland and the new Alien Gear holster. Or today I went on a nice long walk with my wife and son, and I was carrying this Kydex. Now, this is actually a Glock 17 Gen 3 holster as well, or just a Glock holster as well, that fits the Kydex Meta SFT just fine. So on the three holsters that I've owned, I believe I've had at least 12 months of time with them. I believe this one here was the first one I got, again, somewhere around that 9 to 12 month mark, and then the two other ones that I bought at the same time recently. One was for a 17, this one's the 19 actually, this one here is for the 17. There's a little bit of gap in there, but it's a Kydex versus a Glock. This one here is actually for a 19, which is for my Lone Wolf Arms LTD 19, that's sitting around here somewhere actually. But anyways, I've had quite a bit of time on these, and on top of that, I use them basically every day. On top of just normal use, walking around, driving, using them at the range, blah, 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 I also did quite a bit of running with the Glock 19 and Glock 17 holsters. I used to run 4 to 5 miles, 4 to 5 times a week. I would run about 20 miles a week basically, and so on a couple of the holsters, there's probably several hundred miles of running in with the holsters themselves, and I've never had an issue at any point with any of them. Now, when we get into the construction, these are of course made in the USA. They are as simple and as basic as they can possibly be. So you have a very thin 0.75 or 0.075 Kydex. I believe that measurement might be a little bit off. I'll go ahead and annotate it right here at what the actual Kydex measurement is. It's a very simple Kydex shell that's kind of heated up and bent over with a very nice mold. And then you have a single tightening method that kind of tightens in the middle, so you do get a lot of that holster flex. Now, that flex doesn't really matter because, of course, when a gun is inserted, there is no flex whatsoever because it fills up the holster. And again, this is really just a very simple taco shell with a single fastener that holds a Glock to your body, and then this belt loop, which is actually a fairly stiff, very nice belt loop, hooks up to a belt. Now, when I say the world's okayest holsters, that is exactly what I mean. They are just fine. I've done hundreds of miles of running. I've done months and months of carrying multiple different guns in them, and they are just fine. They are not cutting edge. They are not the best holster on the market. I don't believe you can spend less and get more. So from a value perspective, they're at the top of the stack. Now, they also have some newer holster designs that are kind of like the T-Rex Arms sidecar, where it has the the sidecar for a mag, or you can swap it out to something else. So it's like adjustable, which is like the new hotness. But for just a single appendix carry style holster, which is the only type of experience that I have with their holsters, I'm gonna say that they are the world's most okay holsters. If you don't want to spend $100 plus on every single gun that you own, you want to spend like 40 bucks each, for again, if you have a wide variety of handguns that you don't carry all that much, you would probably be better off picking up 5 or 6 different holsters, so at least you can carry the gun, you know, even if it's a very cheap, very simple holster, rather than just not having a holster for that gun that you actually want to carry. So personally, these holsters have worked extremely well for me. I've done draws from them, I've done a lot of time at the range with them, and of course just every day carrying them. These are the only holsters that I everyday carry. Basically, I have one Uncle Mike's holster, which is just a soft holster that I carry the Smith & Wesson CSX in every now and again, but by and large, if you see me, I'm gonna have this stuffed in my pants, basically ready to see use. Now, getting into the actual fitment of these holsters and the specific gun that they're being used with, this is gonna vary between gun to gun, and if you have an aftermarket slide or something, it's going to change how that feels a little bit. This one here is a Glock 17 holster. This one here is a Glock 19 holster, basically identical. This one's just a tiny bit shorter, and they're both set up for a TLR1. Now, the light that I am using is the LAPG WXL slide rail light, which is a TLR1 clone. I have a couple of them, and they have worked excellently through all the terrible things that I've done to them. The fitment is good, not great. There isn't like that clicky feeling that you get with some other holsters, but it is nice. It is secure. Again, with this gun, I probably ran a couple 100 miles in this holster, up hills, upstairs, that sort of thing, without issue. It's never come out on me. I've never had an issue with it. I do play draws all the time around the house where I'll just randomly draw it out and point to target, that sort of thing. Never had an issue whatsoever. Probably 1,000 draws at least on this holster, and probably a little bit less on this one, the Glock 19 holster, just because I don't carry the 19 as much as I carry the 17, even though it's slightly more comfortable. Now, it does, of course, fit the Kydex SFT just fine. The 19 actually fits it a little bit better than the 17 does. The fitment on here is actually very good, even though this is a very heavy gun, a much less comfortable gun to carry, but I was carrying this earlier today, actually. It works just fine. Now, again, there's nothing particularly special about these holsters. They're using a very simple Kydex mold. It's a very simple fastener design. The belt clip is very, very simple. It's a strong plastic clip. Again, I've never had an issue with it ever on whatever belt that I was carrying it with. Every time I go for a draw, and again, probably in total between the 3 holsters, probably about 2,000 draws, I've never had an issue with any of them, and again, that's everyday carrying, running, range work, all that other sort of stuff, driving as well. Again, depending on your size and needs, they might be a little bit less comfortable than some other ones. Now, the ones that I bought were all, of course, cut for an optic because I don't like shooting handguns without an optic anymore. I think an optic is a superior sighting system. You know, you can debate that or think something differently, no problem, but they do offer optic cuts for all of their holsters, which is nice. They also have a sweat guard if you care. Generally speaking, I don't really care all that much about the sweat guard. Now, the last thing to mention on the holster itself is that, of course, the belt clip is adjustable. If you want to carry it differently with a little bit of cant one way or the other, it is adjustable for however it is that you personally like to carry your guns. For me personally, it's basically always straight up and down, just like this. So, they are about the most basic holster design possible. Single fastener, 1.5-inch belt clip, pretty strong, decent belt clip. Again, never had an issue throughout the last 2,000 draws or so. The Kydex is a thinner, more standard size Kydex. I know TRX Arms kind of prides themselves on having a little bit thicker Kydex, which is cool. It's a little bit stronger, of course. Going to be a little bit more bulky, a little heavier if you care about such things. But overall, can you spend less and get more? Because these are only like 40 to 50 bucks depending on the holster design. Probably not. These are about the cheapest you can go on a holster, and they have, again, worked just fine for me. I don't have any problems with them whatsoever. Are they premium holsters? No, absolutely not. Do they have the features and security of other nicer holsters? No, absolutely not. But are they just fine? Yeah, they are just fine. So if that is not a stunningly positive review, then I do not know what is. So with all of that out of the way, guys, let me know what you guys think of We the People holsters down in the comments down below, whether it's cringe marketing tactics or what have you. With all that out of the way, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace off.